Hi everyone, we are Group 20, and this is our app, Eggenda. The concept of our app is that we are a task scheduling app with a gamified system, and our core features will have tasks that the users can complete, level up rewards, unlocking cosmetics, and other pets. And our team size is 5. So our main features are number one, our task scheduler. It essentially allows users to create and manage tasks like workouts, chores, deadlines, and quests. And then our next feature is a reward system in which completing the tasks that the users create, they will gain experience points. And leveling up by gaining these experience points unlocks shop items, new avatars, and other cosmetics. And lastly, our other feature is the pet and egg system. The users will be able to earn and hatch eggs by gaining experience. And once the experience bars are full, they are able to hatch the eggs to unlock pets that can provide boosts and unique gameplay options in our mini games.
So here is our website for Eggenda, and it includes an introduction to our app, our GitHub repository, and a download link. For each section in the navigation bar at the top, you can find our presentation videos under presentations, and under team, there's an introduction to our team members and what everyone has contributed for each presentation. In project designs, we have a showcase of our MVVM diagram and our initial Figma layout. And lastly, in summaries, we summarized what we have completed for each presentation and our plans for the next one.
So here we have game fragment, home fragment, gallery fragment, and settings fragment. So for a game fragment first, it has the pet choosing activity. So inside it has game pet choosing adapter and game pet select adapter. So like they are like passing through values and to set the recycler view and back to pet choosing activity. And the pet choosing activity could have like the gamepad using view model to check like the list what is like they've changed it or not. And also it has like a share preference manager that manages like the share preference between purchasing activity and game activity. After all the requirements are fulfilled in purchasing activity, there's a button will connect it to game activity.
Okay, so when the game activity get the data from the share preference, it take the information and plug it to the game view model. So when our game is running, it's gonna update the data in game view model. So the game view model will trigger the UI change in the both adapter and the deck adapter, which are the grid on our gameplay.
Next, we have the home fragment. This will be our home screen for our application. It will contain the egg, which you can hatch after gaining a certain amount of XP or progress towards hatching the egg. And after hatching, it will give the user a random pet for use in the game. The home fragment also contains the add quest button where it takes you to the confirm task activity where you can add and edit new tasks and reorder them and set deadlines for them as well. Our gallery fragment has yet to be implemented. It essentially will have a collection of tasks in the form of quests, and users are free to customize their quests and upload it to the web for other users in the community to access it.
So for this settings fragment, I implemented the user profile in profile activity, and this uses a util for bitmap and a view model for the profile picture, while the rest consists of just edit text for the user input, and all the changes will be saved through a shared preference. And for the language settings, I used a locale helper object to centralize the logic for changing the locale of the app. And changing the locale allows me to switch between string resources where we have different string.xml files consisting of different languages. So when the language preference is changed, it will use the locale helper to change the locale and then update the app by recreating main activity since the settings is a fragment hosted on main activity. And then main activity will load the new language and the fragments will be recreated along with it. So here is a summary on what each member has contributed to Show and Tell 1. And overall, we have developed the basic structure for the app. We have the settings, the character selection, the home screen, the game itself and its logic, and also the pets and egg hatching logic.
Okay, so now we have the game demo. So our game is inspired by a traditional game which is called Gekitai. So players are allowed to put their pet on the board. So when they put another pet, it's gonna push the adjacent pet away. So with this mechanism, we design different conditions for our pets so that our pets have to meet the condition in order to attack. For example, we got a raccoon on the bottom left corner. So when it stay on the board for 2 turns, it can deal 100 damage to the boss. So by considering the position and the timing, users are allowed to defeat the boss within a certain round. So that's all.
Our plans for Show and Tell 2 include implementing an SQLite database to store all our data. We also plan on adding user instructions to help them understand the game mechanics and also strategize. We'll introduce interactive pet information dialogues and expand our sprites and pet designs. We will add more stages to the game and more bosses in the future, and we'll also enhance our user profile by implementing the login logout and display user info across app sections. We'll also add an avatar frame for our user. On the user successfully leveling up, they'll be able to unlock various different frames to customize and show off to their friends and the community. We will also implement a GPS tracker and step counter, which will contribute to the egg hatching progress. Thank you.
Okay, so here's the app demo of the Eggenda. So when we are going into this app, so we can see the whole app in the main page here. So we can gain XP here, and yes. Okay, so for the setting here, we can choose the language. We can translate it from English to Chinese. So like we can see Chinese here, and maybe for the user info here, we can still see all Chinese. So let me change it back to English. And okay, so right here we can find a new quest and then like add and then like just create tasks here and here. Okay, so for a game, we can click by a stop button and then like choosing the character, we can just unselect and select it again, and then when we click start, and then it will go to the gameplay page right here. So like it will be same as the game demo and the PPT. So I think that's it.